Hi, I'm Antoine for Fox Barbecue. Today I'm going to show you how to do the Tootsie pork steak on the Weber Smokey Mountain. That pork shoulder from my butcher. So we're going to prepare it. So to do the pork steak, you're going to have to remove the skin. So we're just going to remove the butcher twine. So I'm going to use my Strong knife to remove the skin. Now the skin is removed, so we're gonna have to cut chunks of about 2.5 inch thick. So that's how. So with this piece, I'm gonna do only 3 steaks, so it needs to be quite chunky. You can obviously ask your butcher to do it for you. So this is the size that we're looking for. Prepare them Texas style, very simple. So you need to prepare a rub. So this is 50% coarse salt and 50% cracked pepper. I'll leave all the link in the description below. And for the rub to adhere to the meat, we're just going to put a bit of yellow mustard. Okay, gently tap to make sure that the rub adheres to the meat. Then I flip them. Now our pork steaks are perfectly seasoned. We're gonna fire the Weber Smokey Mountain to 120 degrees. So we're gonna have to set up the Weber Smokey Mountain. The Tootsie style pork steak will have to be cooked on that grate, but direct heat. So I'm gonna remove the middle one. And I'm gonna remove the heat deflector, we don't need it. So we're gonna set up our barbecue, so I'm gonna put across some beech wood. So we're gonna put 2 chunks. I have some piqué briquettes. And we're gonna do the minion method. So when the briquettes are hot, we're just gonna pour them in the middle. So our briquettes are hot, so I'm gonna pour it just right in the middle. Gonna put the barrel on top of it. And the lid. Make sure that the vents are duly open. And now we need to wait that the internal temperature of the barbecue is around 120, 110 to 120 degrees. Now that the temperature of the barbecue is stable around 120 degrees, we're going to put our pork steak on the Weber. I've got the probes so we can measure the internal temperature. Step one, we're going to have to cook them up to 65 degrees, and then at 65 degrees we'll flip them to an internal temperature of 85 degrees C. And then we're gonna let them cook for about 2 hours, and we're gonna apply a mop. I'll show you later on how to do the mop. But first, let's put the probes and let's put them on the barbecue. So the internal temperature of the steak are now 66 degrees. So that will be the time that we need to flip them. Wow. This is beautiful. So just take a pair of tongs. Perfect, a bit of mop. So now you can see that the temperature has reached 85 degrees, a little bit more in some. So it's time to take it off. So wrap it in foil and keep it wrapped for 30 minutes. So our pork steaks have cooked for about 4.5 hours, and now they've finally been rested for 30 minutes, and now it's time to test it. So I am quite excited. So I've got my Delstrong knife. So as you can see, there's a beautiful smoke ring. This is super tender. You can see the juice. You can see this is super juicy. So that recipe was inspired by Tootsie that I've watched on Netflix, Chef's Table Barbecue. So I'll put the link in the description if you're interested. The episode 1, it is very, very good. And you can see how she works really hard and how dedicated she is to provide the best barbecue food at Snow's Barbecue. So they've been voted best barbecue, I think, twice, which only one restaurant have been. I've won that award from the Texas magazine. I'll leave a link in the description if you're interested to read the articles. Yeah, and I'm really excited about trying it. Wow, this is super, this is very juicy, and you can see, you pull it. So it's not pulled pork, because it's not being cooked till 95 degrees. It's only being cooked till 85. But yeah, it's very beautiful. Let's try it. This is very juicy. You can taste the rub, so with the pepper and the salt, and that created a really good bark. You can see that crust is beautiful, and I've never cooked this way of cooking direct on low and slow, but I will definitely do it again This is a recipe that I'm gonna keep. The mop as well, I'll leave all the recipe down in the description. And this is super easy to do. It doesn't take too long. I've done low and slow when you do brisket. It lasts like 12 hours, 13 hours. This is about 4 to 5 hour cook. So that's a very good recipe. I hope you liked that video. If you did, please leave a thumbs up. If you want to see more video, don't forget to subscribe and push that notification bell so next time I release a video, you will be notified. If you want to know how I cooked it, if you have any question, please leave a comment in the section below, and I'll see you in the next video.